All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the DMV Podcast.
Welcome.
Yes, here for the show. Welcome. My name's Leroy.
And I am Midori Ame.
Yes, and we are here for a great show we got for you. We're all jam-packed today. We're super excited because, like, what we have for you today is, like, on another level.
And speaking of another level, the levels of where you can find us.
Ooh,
you can always catch the DMV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter. We're on Instagram. Yo, boom. You're listening to us on SoundCloud or iTunes, so make sure to come on back here to listen for more. And if you want to get in touch with us, send us an email at dmvpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, perfect. Yes, so it's been a good life. Midori, how have you been?
It has been a good life.
Yeah, it's been good.
I think, the new year kind of started us off on a great note. And now that we're moving into the year, I feel like full speed ahead. 2019 is amazing so far. And, we talked about resolutions before. We've talked about relationships, all this sort of stuff. I've been taking all of these things into account and being mindful about how I'm, relating with other people and how I'm interacting with other people. So I feel like I've been making some really interesting personal development, changes in my life. And I've been really putting them to practice. So 2019's been pretty lit so far. So what's poppin'?
Yeah, what's it called? 2019. I've been thinking about 2019 ever since like November.
I'm over you. I'm over so how you plan your next year. Like, 2019 lit. I like that though.
One thing that I do is, in November, I tell myself, these are some things I want to go, like just some soft things I want to go into 2019 with. So I start them December 1st.
Oh, I hate you so much.
So I started going to the gym and on December 1st, continued going to the gym December 1st.
Intentionally, like you made an intention to keep it up.
So I was like, this is the schedule, to have a set schedule, so that when January 1st came, then I was already on a roll. I was like, okay, this is the New Year's resolution.
Right. Yeah. You know what? I think more people should adopt that sort of mentality. Mentality. The tuaca is flowing, okay? I just want you guys to know that vanilla citrus liqueur is flowing. That mentality. Thank you very much. I have 2 degrees. Mentality. No, but I like that. If people adopted that more, I think you would see less people falling off the bandwagon come this time February. Yeah, February, March, people are trash in the gym.
Yeah, because if it's not for you, then December 15th
you'll figure it out.
Yeah, you'll know. Yeah, this is not a New Year's resolution. I know it. Well, not December 15th. Right. December 2nd.
You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out real quick. Real quick. Like, the gym isn't for me.
Exactly.
Yeah. Trash. And to you, what you been up to lately? What has literally been happening in your life, though?
Let's see. December, all January, it's been pageants. So I shot the Miss DC USA photography and video
amazing.
In December, and then January I did Miss Connecticut USA. Shouts to both those pageants.
Congratulations.
Conglomerates.
I mean, right. That is,
shouts to Tuac.
Those are powerhouses. I don't know if you guys know the Miss USA world, but DC is a powerhouse. And so is Connecticut. They're actually coming up. I do want to see. Now, I don't know. I don't have a fact for this. And you know me, I love a good stat. I don't know if Connecticut made top 10. I don't think Connecticut made like top 15. Last year, I don't think so. But they keep having good girls. I mean, they're really, and every year they get even better. They're more intelligent. They're bright. They're so well rounded. So I feel like you over there in Connecticut, you're trying to do something real.
See, I see everything from like the back of the room,
right, back of house, literally.
Yeah. So I'm not a pageant person, but I see everything and I see what goes on. And at Miss Connecticut, they gave the past Miss Connecticut, Jamie Hughes, shout out Jamie Hughes. They gave her the mayor. The mayor's aide came on stage and was like, the mayor couldn't be here, but because of the amazing work you did with special needs kids this year, and raised like $3,000 for this and did that, boom, boom, boom. We're marking January, blah, blah, blah. This is Jamie Hughes Day.
Oh my goodness! Are you serious?
Yes.
That's like Deshauna when Deshauna got her own day from the. Oh my god! I died
for both of those.
Right. You're there because you're the man in the right place. Okay, thank you.
Back of the room. Shouts to the
back of the room. The best seat is in the back of the house. So that's amazing. So shout out to her. Oh my goodness, Jamie! It's so awesome.
Yeah. Shouts to her and just being back there. I think that pageants if in the right opportunity, it grows a woman.
Oh my gosh.
Immensely.
Yeah.
Immensely.
No, for real.
With the right person, with the right opportunity. Because I've seen people that have won and just like, they won and they kind of dipped out. And it was like, okay, that was a person. And then, but I've seen situations like this one where they came in, they used a platform to,
to amplify something. Right. I think there's a difference between pageant queens, and like women who are in pageantry. Because there are some girls who just want titles. They just go around to all the pageants, and there's no tea, no shade. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's some girls who do it because they're hustling to get that platform to amplify their message. And some people just kind of take on one pageant. They say, look, I'm going to go for this. This is my dream. This is my goal. And you do see that progression and that growth throughout the years. I love how women in DC come back and back and back and back again. You see I'll say the past 3, I can almost say 3 or 4 queens, probably including Deshauna, have been there 3+ times. And then this most recent one, Cordelia, she's been there at least 4 or 5, I think. So that's beautiful how you see that growth in people. You're slaying.
Yeah,
Slayage.
and the Connecticut winner, she was there last year, I think maybe the year before. But yeah, she's been there multiple times too. And I think that, when you see people come back, I tell them, like, I'll be like, shout outs to you. You came back. Like, you didn't just quit. Because some people will come up and they'd be like, this sucks. They had it out for me the whole time. I'll never do this again. This was a bad idea. But people spend mad money. I'm like, look, I don't know, if I was to be look at like a pageant and put all the finances together and be like, hey,
bro,
I'm gonna just do some popping Instagram stories and then maybe promote some posts or something like that.
Something. I think, and of course I've aged out, so like my crown is a little tilted here. So
Tilted crown.
The tipsy tilted crown. I think I might be a new podcast, the Tipsy Crown. I love that. No, so my crown is a little tilted. I'm done, but I think that's true. The girls who come back, I'm looking at you like, oh, okay, girl, you dropped another $3,000. I would need a sponsor. I need a full-on sponsor to go back into pageantry. And there's other divisions I can go into that I've thought about. But there's that financial burden that's a little attached to it. So it's like, no, not everybody's doing this. Yeah. So if you're coming back every year, I'm like, heck yeah, you're doing something right. Like you're really going for this goal. Like,
exactly.
And you've got some coins. I know what that registration fee is like.
It's a lot. Yeah. And then I'm always like looking, and I tell them, and they're always excited, and I'm still waiting to see a first time Miss win. I've seen the teens usually the first time they win. I'm still just waiting because I know that I don't know what it is like. I don't know what you learn from your
that first experience.
Yeah,
I think it's not having fear.
Yeah,
a lot of girls who and I'm so sorry to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
Like that first time experience. My first pageant, I got so far and I almost won. The only reason why I didn't win was because somebody fundraised me, and that was this was a different pageant system, so it kind of weighed differently. Miss Black and Gold. Shout out to them alphas. You did that. I'm so over you. I'm so great. We're not doing this anymore. I'm over you. But shout out to BG. Okay, so what I'm saying is, so that first time you don't have the fear because you don't know what you're getting into. And I will say my first Miss Black and Gold was successful. Highly. My first Miss Virginia attempt was successful too. I didn't know what to expect. So I was like, heck yeah, I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna do this. But you also have that going against you because you don't know what's happening. You don't know what those other girls know. You don't have the same background as that experience from last year. And sometimes because it is political, you're missing out on the insider. You're missing out on the inside scoop.
Very true. And what's it called? Platforms. That always amazes me because I feel like some people, they have these amazing platforms.
Oh, yes.
And it's like, oh, you're really working out here. You're really I could see it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, some people get coached and stuff like that, and then they just don't. And I'm just like, yeah, you gotta come with something important. Like
the full package, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, me personally, being, I think 3 years now, with just being around pageants and stuff like that, I think you gotta, like, actually be here for your platform. It just can't be like, oh yeah, I'm here for the homeless and that,
Right.
because the homeless people, they need
Right.
It has to be like deep down in your roots.
Exactly. It has to be part of your core. I can tell. I've judged a bunch of pageants. I've coached a bunch of pageant girls. I've coached a winner. So for me, I think that when you're looking at a pageant girl, you're looking at that winner, you're trying to find that queen. It's like, does your platform represent who you actually are? Are you doing something that's meaningful? Number one, that's like the subjective. Is it meaningful enough? But there really is, like, are you connected to that platform? Do you even really care about homeless people? Or is this because you're in DC? Oh my gosh, TMI. I don't know if that's like, I don't know if that's anyone's platform. I know, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. I don't know if this is anyone's platform previously in any DC pageant, but I'm not talking about you, girl. Please, calm down. But yeah, it's funny because it's like, do you really care about DC homeless people? What are you doing for our homeless community? Are you doing more than just the bare minimum? Or are you amplifying that even to the umpteenth? And like, oh man, that's can easily be trash. You can tell who's not about it. You can tell who's not about the realness.
Oh my gosh, easily. And I'm just like, no, it's just
you have no soul.
Yeah, I'm just like, come on, bring it. Like,
yes,
I'm always excited when they read, like, doing like, I think it's like, I think they do it during Evening Gown or something like that. So Miss USA.
Yeah, Evening and Somewhere, where they'll read something about you.
The bios,
yeah.
And they'll be like, this person took over the world one time and then took a year off and then came back.
I'm like, so you did what in your spare time? And when did you find that spare time?
Exactly.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so you're a microbiologist and a singer and a dancer? You're professional. Oh, you train with Alvin Ailey. That's amazing. So when are you doing this while you're flying to NASA? You're going up in space. It's amazing. How do you, like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Those bios are stacked.
Exactly, stacked. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And then like they just pop out facts on facts. And speaking of facts, we have some facts coming.
I'm done.
Hey,
Some facts. Some facts.
Hey.
I hate you so much.
Love it.
So much.
Massive transition.
No, you're literally. No, facts, yes. But after I tell you about my week, I'm going to tell you what happened. So I went to MGM, literally. Oh my gosh, MGM is lit. I still have not paid a visit to actually go to the casino and gamble because I don't know why. It's down the street. It's 9 miles away. I should be there. It's down the highway. But I've never gone and gambled. I go for events. I find out what events are happening, whatever, and somehow I'm on the VIP PR list, whatever, and I shake and shimmy and I get in there. And so recently I was there for what was it? Capital File had an event, and Capital File is always doing these monthly events. So no tea, no shade. I'm sorry y'all weren't there, but I'm gonna help you out for the next one. Hopefully I can let y'all know when I know. But it was incredible. They opened up the spa and salon in the MGM, which I had no idea. You didn't know. Nobody knew. This casino hotel tourist attraction had this amazing spa and salon. So of course, I put two and two together. My hairstylist had been telling me for years, yeah, I'm going over to MGM, da-da-da. She actually has a booth in the spa and salon in MGM.
Yeah.
And at this event, we were able to tour the entire spa. So I'm walking around. There are waterfalls. There's like indoor pools and saunas, jacuzzi stuff. Sheesh. Then you turn the corner and here's a whole section just just 2 chairs for a barbershop. During the event, they had all these free services so you could experience the spa and the salon.
Diverse barbers?
Oh my, let me tell you, Mr. Leo. Okay, I'm gonna give a shout out to Leo right here.
Leo.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
He was doing haircuts.
Okay.
Beard oil, he was gonna give you a little shape up. I don't know what you guys call the little beard shape ups or whatever.
I don't have a beard, so
you don't have a beard?
Whatever you want to call it.
I'm so over you. I'm so over you. But that room was called like Beards and Bourbon. I'm like, I'm here for the bourbon. That's all I need. Thank you kindly. And luckily there was a woman in there who was doing hand massages with like the scrubs and stuff. So there's all of that. There was a nail salon. You can get a pedicure, a manicure. You could get your hair blown out. You can get your makeup done. All of the services that they offer in the spa salon were available to us as guests for this party. It was crazy. And of course there was like alcohol everywhere. It was ridiculous. Yeah. Alcohol and hors d'oeuvres. But it was the hot spot. It was the who's who. I mean, Nene Leakes was there. Derek Rutledge, he's the makeup artist for Oprah. Yes, he's amazing. Took a picture with him.
Nene Leakes?
Nene Leakes, yes, Nene. Shut up, Leroy! I can never name drop around you because you'd be like, the founder of the Leaky Faucet. I I'm literally over you. I'm so done. Nene Leakes, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Nene Leakes was there. I missed her by like 20 minutes. I was having a meeting and I missed her. Literally, she walked out and I walked in, and they're like, Nene Leakes was here. And I saw the photo and I was like, trash. Okay, Medora, you're so trash. You missed Nene. That's fine. But I'm to you, it was amazing just to see what MGM National Harbor has to offer. MGM, if you guys want to sponsor us, I would love to go back and talk more about your services. I am I was really taken aback. So I'll be going there, what is it, birthday maybe? Because I don't think I can afford everyday stuff. But they had a great time. I had a great time. And plus it was Capital File. So they're a DC magazine that I admire. I love so much. They're always popping on social media. They know everybody and everybody knows Capital File. And because they have, Capital File is really part of a conglomerate where every major city has a quote unquote Capital File and they just call it something different. So it's one big publisher that has 50 plus different magazines for everyone's state. So you can feel like, or everyone's city, so you can feel like you're really engaged with. I learned so much at this one event about this brand I had been known about. It was just awesome. It was just so great. So a lot of really cool people there. So I have to give a shout out to Capital File and everyone who was involved. Give a shout out to Gregory Michael from Stitched who invited me. Thank you for letting me know. Isn't that a great name? Like Gregory Michael. I'm done with him.
2 first names.
I know, right. Like, bang, bang, gang, gang. So I have to give a shout out to him and to Stitched and to some of my favorite people. Jess the Dragoness, she was there. She was hanging out with us. We were loving her. She's a beauty blogger. Yes, Jess the Dragoness on Instagram. That's her name. It's so cute. And she's a beauty blogger. And she came with us. She was part of our little entourage, our little crew. Jessica Knox, the photographer, she's amazing. She works with Aston Martin and Bentley. She's incredible. And when I told her how we had worked with Maserati of Arlington,
we definitely did.
She was like, "Oh, that's interesting. Do you want to work with Aston Martin and Bentley?" I'm like, "Yes, girl. Yes."
Look.
We need that. We need that. Y'all can't see, but the praise hands are up, okay? I was like, that was the coolest connect I made that night. I mean, and the funny thing is, we've been on Instagram. We're friends on Instagram.
Yeah.
So we've been talking for a couple of weeks, and I saw her in person, and we actually met face to face. So, networking, this all goes to show. Networking, getting out there, showing who you are, telling people who you are, it works. It works. And you know what? Ain't no harm coming from it.
Exactly. Midori's a master networker. She's always out.
I'm trying,
Yeah, like I be out, but
what? You be out working. You be out filming and shooting. Yes.
Yeah, I be out like working stuff like that. When I do get a chance, it's not hard for me to talk to people, but in my head I'm just like, all right. I got to like self-prepare. Got to do a whole little thing. And I'm like, hey, how's it going? Da, da, da.
Yeah.
I think networking has been the single greatest thing that has like positioned me today. I would definitely not be where I am today. I don't care what anything says. I would not be where I am today without the people that have been around me. I can't say anything personally. Like honestly, I can't say. Every step I've taken, there's been like someone like holding my hand, like, look, this is what you need. Yeah, come here and take that step.
But you know what? I think one thing that you do really well that I've admired in my other friends, and something else that I've been doing intentionally for the past year and a half probably, is leaning on that network. Actually tapping into that network, tapping into the friends that you've created, the business cards that you've swapped. Use those MFers. Like, what are you doing if they're just sitting in your wherever? Open them up, scan them, put them in an app, because there's apps for that crap, and get it popping. Like, stop waiting for life to happen. You've got to tap into your network. So, number one, you're amazing. Number two, networking is real. And networking is made simple by social media, which brings us to our fun fact of the frigging day. Hey. Let's talk about this DMV fun fact. DMV fun fact. It's the DMV fun fact. DMV fun fact. DMV fun fact. DMV fun fact. Wanna learn something? Listen up now. Wanna learn something? I'm so over this. I'm so over. I live for our whole soundboard.
Yeah.
Sound engineer Leroy. Yeah. My man. So we've been talking about networking and social media and how crazily prevalent it is. And how crazy it really has become in our life. 10 years ago, we didn't have the same phones, smartphones, internet connections, internet capabilities that we have now. DC-based business news and how-to website The Manifest has said that 86% of Americans are now using social media every day. We know from stats that's we're picking up our phone every 12 minutes, apparently, 80 to 90 times a day. And of course, women are more likely to use social media than men. All that crap. I'm like, you guys suck, whatever. But I guess it is true. I mean, we're more inclined, we're more empathetic, more compassion. So I guess we are on the social media looking at other people and talking, commenting, whatever. I thought that was a really funny fact, how women are more likely to use it than men.
Look, the other stats.
I can't change a number. That's true. Numbers don't lie. Numbers including 800 million people are on Instagram, 4.2 billion on Facebook, 1.4 daily users, 1.4 million, billion daily users on Facebook. How crazy is that? 1.5 billion YouTube channels, users, people. And 30 million people are on YouTube daily. So that's my stat. I feel like we really have let social media infiltrate our daily lives.
Infiltrate is the best word.
Infiltrate, I feel like, is the best word because this is such a weird and crazy and awesome phenomena that we have not had or experienced. No one knows how to navigate social media. That's why we're having problems with the internet and EU and how they're going about trying to shut down certain things and hold our platforms responsible for the content that is created on them and not the person who creates the content because now we have publishing rights and copyright rights. There is so much that's going on that we did not even know we had to prepare for. And I just feel like, I know I personally need a little bit of a detox and a cleanse. I get a lot of anxiety. Studies have shown that social media promotes, of course, the narcissism. Everyone knows that, you're always taking a selfie or you're showcasing your best self. It's your best life, right? And we always say we're living it. We're really just showcasing our best life.
Showcasing all the highlights.
No, completely. But studies have shown that it also causes insomnia, can lead to making our kids less empathetic because you have that veil of anonymity because of the internet. You can be a Reddit troll and, my favorite space to go, Reddit and Medium. You can be a troll if you want to because you have that veil of, oh, no one knows me, quote unquote. I just listened to, CNBC had a story they put out today that was talking about how, what was it? Oh my goodness. Twitter would tell people who know the API, people who know the background, right? If you're a developer and you're actually able to go into the API and figure out the information from the users that you're actually engaging with, you could figure out the actual time, location, and the actual physical location of where the person is. Not just I'm in New York or I'm at a studio. It's I'm here and I'm at 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. I'm right here. And then what they have shown is because of all these different impressions we leave at this place, right? So I come here to the studio. My phone's leaving an impression when I'm here. They'll say, we see this impression popping up every Wednesday, every Friday. So we're likely that we can make the assumption that on Friday, she's going to go to the studio. She's going to go to this place. And once they deem this as my studio, on my way here, Waze can tell me, hey,
how long it takes.
This is Waze, Google uses, because Waze uses Google ad services. Yes. So the ads from Google will possibly be more tailored to what I'm going here to do. Not just the fact that I'm coming here to this studio in this location. It's on the way here, hey, you might be interested in X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, how did you know I was even thinking about that?
Ooh.
It's because you go to this place all the time. So many things I can't even get into. All I know is that it's scary. Yeah. And I need a break.
Yeah, social media is the ex-girlfriend / boyfriend for everybody / stalker.
The stalker girlfriend. The stalker ex that you didn't want.
Yeah.
It completely gives everyone the power to just know so much about you. And I think one of our problems is that we also don't read those terms and agreements. We don't read the terms of service. Forget that, right? Just a bunch of words that dictate your whole life. I don't want people to sell my information anymore. I'm so tired of ads that are so perfectly coined just for me.
Yeah.
It's scary.
When it comes to selling information, things like that, it's like a two-edged sword for me because I've ordered a lot of those stuff.
Yeah. You know me so well. You know me so well. Yeah, it's real.
How did you know on the third slide?
Thank you.
I would want this microphone.
You. And what pisses me off is I'll go to the website, and then the next minute, do you want this Rode microphone that you just bought? Yeah, I just bought it. You're creeping me out, man. You're creeping me the F out. You're creeping me out.
Yeah, Rode will let you know when it's time to get a new microphone,
completely.
soundboard.
Yes. As soon as you buy one thing, Google knows about it, Amazon knows about it. Oh, trust and believe. Yep. That little crumb, that breadcrumb has been sold to some third party site or whatever.
Yep.
And that's crazy.
Instagram still believes that I want an engagement ring.
Oh, how awesome.
They are
They're
still-
too late. They're so
like,
late.
Dang, y'all are too late. These are some nice deals,
But isn't that crazy? How can I tell Instagram like, hey, I've already hit this life moment. I've hit this life monument. Thank you. I'm good. Can you stop asking me about engagement rings? I'm good.
Lazy stalker.
Oh my
Lazy
goodness,
stalker.
that is
He's
a
just
stalker.
like, yeah, you're going to places that I was the. I'm not even going in anymore.
I'm not going
Catch
in no
up.
more. Oh my gosh. Lazy stalker has a whole new meaning. I hate you. Leroy, hit us with our topic and our story of the day because it is
Yes.
all intertwined. What's up?
So the story of today is definitely based on social media, just in this DC area, and I love this story because Daryl Bunting.
Oh, Darla.
Darla Bunting.
Yes,
I
Darla.
said Daryl. Walker.
It's a Tuaca. It's just a Tuaca. This episode is sponsored by Tuaca. Smooth vanilla citrus liqueur. Changes colors when it's chilled. It's an actual thing. It's a real thing.
It really does.
It is. It's on the bottle too, and it actually happened. Okay, and to you.
So, I was going to say to her. Darla Bunting, she is a native of Washington, D.C., lives out here. And she woke up one morning on September 2015.
Yeah, right.
And she just said, you know what? I'm off it. No more social media.
Done.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
All of it.
All of it. She just dropped
goodness.
it. And then she went off of it for a year. And we got the story from ABC News, Fox 5 News. They all did a
Because
nice little
it was
spread on her.
popping.
Yeah,
Literally,
'cause it
she was
a thing.
popping.
Yes.
Crazy.
So it was a digital detox during 65 days. They talked to her about, how did it go, and she was like, she was a lot more happier. When she even did get back on, she scrolled back. She said she binged scrolling back, but at the same time it was like, I didn't really miss anything.
Right. Oh, that's when she did the 1 month kind of detox with her church, right?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
after she came back, she was like, I fell right into those same social media habits.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so then she was like, "Nah, I'm gonna go for a year."
Yeah, she was a little bit of a veteran because she did it with her church with
Right,
no TV
right.
and no internet.
Now that's cray, but I understand it because I don't have TV now.
Yeah.
So like, it's interesting. 2 years ago, I would have been like, "Oh no, what? That's crazy."
Yeah.
But now having not having TV, it's pretty normal. So that was a good one actually.
I just go to work and come back home. I wouldn't even be able to go to work because I use the internet at work.
Oh my gosh,
quit my
such a
job.
distraction. Such a distraction at work. No, but go ahead.
That has, I think, a lot of social media today. I mean, I think it runs a lot of people's lives to the point where people have to makeshift things, Photoshop, put things in, create such dramas and do different types of things in order to create such scenarios in order for people to like for likes.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And
that is correct.
The like game is so serious. The follower game is so serious. Like, it's not even about, actually changing the world anymore. It's not even about how we going to make it to the next level as a generation, as humans, this and that. I'm currently reading the Elon Musk book. I forget who wrote it. It was a lady. A lady that wrote the Elon Musk book. I'm sure if you type it in, there's only one. But
Right. I love it.
he was talking about how it's like they were talking about how we are not innovating. There was the wheel, there was electricity, there was solar powered this, there was just so much. But now we're just creating off of the branches of those innovations.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like electricity, we're creating, light bulbs and da-da-da. With social media, that was a creation.
Right.
And we're all the other apps and stuff, like we're in such an app based generation that venture capitalists, all of them, they're all running to social media. They're all running to social media, and they're all running to apps. What's the next
Completely.
app? Because they're all just trying to make this quick money. Because inventions and inventing is not is just like they said that the what is it? The patents, the amount of patents that get registered, cut by half.
No way.
Cut by half.
Get out of my friggin' face. You're lying.
Yep. what are people talk? I remember there was a point when I was little when people were like, I'm gonna patent something or I'm gonna make something, but now everyone's like, I gotta write an app or I gotta
No, that's completely true. I've totally seen and heard some. I'm huge on YouTube and watching like Vox and all these articles and whatever, and kind of getting the video spiel of everything. But that really does hit on a point where I think we're not as innovative because we're still rebuilding on those same topics. That's so true. Yeah.
Interesting.
Hell.
Yes. And I'm definitely doing a deep dive into Elon Musk. The book's called Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, and the Quest for a Fantastic Future by Ashley Vance. It's on Barnes & Noble. It's on Amazon. You can buy it. It's a $6, $7 book, paperback. You can find it on Kindle. It's there, but it's a good read. I'm actually going to steal it after you probably.
Oh, yeah.
I might get my own copy because I love Elon Musk. I think that he's... Oh, here we go with
we're doing a deep dive.
Slight dive into social media. No, but I do think, and this might be an unpopular opinion, I do think Elon Musk is still a genius. I still think that he's far ahead of his time. I think that he's got far too many ideas that are going to go to the wayside or may not be funded or may not go ahead and happen and pass because of all the haters. Boo the haters.
Yes.
But I'm realistic. I'm realistic about Elon Musk too. So when he talks about what was it, the super speedy highways or whatever in California.
Oh my God.
I'm down for it. Do it, my bro. Do it, my boo.
Yes.
Do it. How we gonna do it though? You know, I'm always like, okay, we're gonna go to space. We're gonna go to Mars. Awesome. How we gonna do it, boo? That's all I want to know. I love his ideas, and I think that he will be remembered for his ideas, for how expansive and how innovative and how ahead of his time. Again, they were for 2018, 2019.
And speaking of social media and Elon Musk, Twitter one day just blew up about Elon Musk. I guess a certain big group of tweeters or whatever you want to
the Twitter
them.
tweeters.
They said, hey, Elon.
Some tech tweeters.
Exactly. Someone just came up and said, hey, Elon Musk, they added him and everything.
Yeah.
And they said, I bet you won't delete the Tesla Facebook account. And then it's like they were like, you're not man enough to do it or something like that. It was just on some like, I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I bet you won't.
What is that? What kind of empty threat is that? I bet you won't do it. ...
So everyone was like retweeting this,
Twitter fingers,
saying it again, just saying it, mentioning it over and over again. He went and deleted the Tesla Facebook
So
account.
here, what did this prove?
It proved absolutely nothing.
Why did he delete it?
He just
I cannot
because it reaffirmed after I'm in the 3rd chapter, maybe 4th chapter, and it talks about how he was that type of person that was like, oh, say I won't do it and I'll do it. He was that type of person.
I definitely do have those memories. Yeah.
So and I know that Midori has a lot of tips and things. First of all, what's your take on social media?
Sure. Yeah. So, I mean, how we're using social media right now, I feel like we're going at it a few different ways. I work as a business consultant as well as do a lot of things. We're talking about marketing. We talk about social media all the time. And I'm always telling people, if you're a brand, this is how you do it. You've got 4 different channels. All right, great. You tell 4 different stories that all lead to the same website, product, whatever that goal is, right? This is your tone here. This is your tone there. Social media for personal use just does not support what I want to do in life anymore. I don't want to be on Facebook for personal use anymore. Facebook literally is a place for me to have a connection with 5,000 plus people because they've capped it. And now I've got 1,000, 2,000 followers on Facebook on my actual personal page. Side note to that, just a caveat, just a little side note. I have 3 pages now. So this is trash. All this is trash.
Yeah.
All of it is trash. I feel like.
Bet you won't delete it. Everybody tweet Midori at Midori.
Oh my gosh, I hate you.
I bet you won't.
I bet you won't. But I would. That's the problem. The problem is I would. And I feel as though I am so afraid of letting go of my social media handles because I have told people as a business practice, go find your name on social media, mark your space, even if you don't use it. Yeah. And I still tell people that. And it's funny how I give out great information and I don't take it myself because I hate social media. I absolutely hate it. I'm at a point right now where I would much rather employ somebody to run my social media and literally have the reins. And I would just give them the creative direction over what needs to happen. But I could give you a brief of where I'm going and what I'm doing. here are all the pictures. Can you just make these posts? Because I don't care that much. I literally am right there. So I don't know how are you using social media? I just talked about Instagram and Facebook. My Instagram is a business Instagram. I've got 5 pages that I run. So of course I don't look at Instagram as a personal anything. What you guys see on Midori Ame anywhere, you are talking to me as a writer, a singer, a dancer, a model, a creative director, a VP of El Antonio, whatever. I have a title on all of those things. It's not my personal life. Snapchat was my personal life.
Yeah.
That was the only app I used.
You were big on Snapchat.
I was big. And then I had to redo my whole phone. I had to get a new phone, and they didn't have my apps together, and the cloud was trash one day. It was horrible. I lost everything, and I didn't re-log in.
Sorry, Snapchat.
And I stopped using Snapchat.
Lost a good one.
You lost a good one because I had everything on there, and now I don't need it. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's really crazy. Like I found things to snap every day throughout the day, and now I'm like, what the fuck would I snap right now? I'm at home, like working from home. I'm watching like Boondocks or whatever. I'm like, what do you snap about this? So now I'm looking at like an old person. I'm like, what are you snapping about? What's so interesting in your life? Like I feel like somebody
What's that
completely
crap
different. What's that crap chat? And to you, so that's how I used Snapchat. How are you using Instagram and Facebook? 'Cause I know you have multiple pages on both or on one or both of those platforms.
So I'm using Instagram. I have a personal Instagram, and I have a photography Instagram, and there's a DMV Podcast Instagram that I have logged into.
Right.
The way I use them is I pretty much, if I do find a second or two to use them, I'll go on. It's really not a promotion tool for me. My photography Instagram is a showcase.
Portfolio.
Portfolio.
Yeah.
That whenever I do feel like something needs to be put, because whenever you post it on Instagram, it's not yours. So, and I know there are some big time bloggers and big time websites that have, coined themselves to not post things on Instagram, but they'll post like a little snippet, like check out our website type snippet. Yeah. I forget, but the girl was on the Breakfast Club and she was talking about it, and that opened my eyes to seeing what a lot of other people, like WPGC, they won't post their content on Instagram. Shout out to WPGC.
Shout out to WPGC. They lit.
Plug,
They lit. You know what I'm saying? It's lit. It's lit.
Hit me up. But
we love you guys.
So what everybody should do right now is take a second to take out your iPhone if you have one.
Let me take up my phone.
Samsung has it too, but I don't know where it is. So sorry, you could just figure it out.
Whoa. I don't even know where we're going with this, but I'm so excited that we went there. I'm excited you said that. That shit was hilarious. What's happening? What are we doing?
The Screen Time app. You know about the Screen Time app?
Oh, no, I have no idea about the Screen Time app.
So if you go to settings and then you scroll down just a smidget, you'll see a tab called Screen Time. Let me know if you run into it.
Nice. Midori's iPhone. Oh, schnitzel.
So then you click on Midori's iPhone, in my case, Leroy Monco's iPhone. And then you click on the last 7 days. And so on the last 7 days, it tells me what's the most.
Oh my God.
So Midori, since she is there, she's gonna let us know. I'm gonna let you know what my
you're trash.
metrics are.
You are trash.
And then Midori's gonna let us know what her metrics are.
Oh my goodness.
So my screen time, like on average for the last 7 days, is 2 hours and 53 minutes per day. And my most used is Instagram.
Gosh.
Instagram has taken up 6 hours and 53 minutes total in the last 7 days.
Wow.
And then I have iMessage or messages, and then which is 1 hour 18, and Facebook 56 minutes. My phone is just non-existent in my life.
Holy no, bro, because your stats are looking a little bit better than mine. Okay, what I do want to know. So now we talked about this in the stat. I had said that the average, the quote unquote average, and this has been from the past couple of years of studies of social media and how we're using it. We said that the average pickup time, like how many times you pick up your phone and check your notifications, is about 80 to 90. So I think the going number is about 85 or whatever, but it's been about 80 to 90 for the past couple of years. Scroll down. How many times have you picked up per day? I'm curious about that number.
Yeah, definitely not the averages, but
Oh, geez
147 per day. is where I'm at.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, is that
Holy cow?
is that a lot or is that?
I mean, I'm at 71. I mean, I'll give you my stats afterwards. Okay, so hit me with all the main stats that we have on here because this is awesome. Okay, go ahead.
And then notifications are 857 the last 7 days.
Okay, yeah.
How
many per day?
22 per day.
I'm at 117 per day. Right there with you.
It's a competition.
Yeah, right. It's a competition. Holy cow.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And then that's the majors. Yeah, go ahead. What's
okay, so I'm so glad that you put this up because I feel like I've seen this in all of the features and stuff that was coming out for the new iPhone, the iOS release, and I just had not tapped into it. So I have, so my weekly total is about 40 hours a week. I'm on this phone. Okay, 5 hours and 48 minutes per day. Up 13% from the last week. A lot of my crap is social networking. 15 hours of my week is social networking.
15 hours, okay.
Yeah, trash. Productivity is pretty much in there. That is what it is. But games. But what I'm noticing, what I actually am. Do I?
Your games is number 3?
Yeah. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is reading and reference.
Oh my God! I feel like a trash ass individual. I feel, as the kids say, head ass right now. Are you kidding me? Reading and that's a category, my nigga? That's a category? Okay, well, obviously mine are not that. The top 3 for me are social networking, productivity, and games. So when we talk about the screen time and all we're doing or whatever, obviously social networking is number 1 for me, for you. That's what we're doing on the phone for the majority of our time, which is trash because I don't know why I need to look at this every frigging 5, 10, 12 minutes. This doesn't make sense. I do see in here that it's funny that on the weekends, I don't do a lot of social network. I do a lot more productivity and I play a lot more games.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I like that. That's actually pretty cool. Again, I'm only picking up my phone 71 times a day, which sounds bad still, but I like to know what apps are kind of giving me the heckle. And of course it's Instagram and it's messages, but
that's mine too.
And that's how we're kind of That's where we are. I feel like that's just where we are. It's whatever app you use the most, which for me is Instagram. Yep. And then your messages. People are constantly bling.
Group chats.
And then if you ever sign up for one of those subscription services, I get emails, I get text messages from Chipotle, Subway, Barnes & Noble, every party promoter in New York, DC, LA, and Miami. Any notification I need from Eventbrite comes through there's so many other services you don't even realize you're always picking up your frigging phone. So I know I've got a few really good tips for like that detox. I know I'm not going to go through a full detox. I don't need to get off social media for 30 days or 40 days. I'm not an addict, but you guys just heard my stats. So that sounds a little awkward. But I do have a few things that kind of worked for me and what I've been researching over the past couple of months basically about social media and how to curb your social media intake. So my first thing that I absolutely like, I think I'm going to turn a new leaf entirely because I have set up my life around social media and now I'm taking my life back. Okay. So the first thing I did was I turned off non-human notifications. And what that means is if a human is not actually trying to get in touch with me, I don't want to hear about it. Okay. So that was and I'll mind you, and I'll go into how I kind of did this, but that was the framework. That was the main idea, the main point. So if it was, let's see, so Twitter notifications, that's somebody tweeting at me. Just if you're talking directly to me, I'll get that one. Okay. Instagram, I don't even look at I put those in the background because they're all likes and comments. Put it in the background. But Facebook, I don't do every Facebook post, or every Facebook notification anymore. I only do Facebook Messenger notifications. And I only do a notification if you post on my wall, which I have to approve before you do it. So that's something else, I'm kind of looking into how I can finesse our app notifications, the in-app notifications, so that my personal life isn't bogged down with 1,000 notifications. And that same settings, we're iPhone users. In that same settings section, you can go to your notifications and go to every single app. And you can change how it shows up. Not just do I get a notification? Do I get a banner?
Yes.
What kind of banner it is?
Yes.
How long it stays up? Does your phone ring? Does it beep? Does it vibrate? All that crap. So for about, this was about last week, I took every app off and then I added them one by one. Okay, so I turned every single app notification off, and one by one I went through, and it took me about 30 minutes just to go through and kind of make it happen. Because once I realized what I wanted out of that app, it was easy. I'm like, Maps, I want you to tell me, I do want a notification when
apps.
I'm, or like Waze, right? I want a notification when that comes. So again, the idea was starting with the non-human contact, okay? Getting rid of that crap, and then slowly adding in the things that you do need. So because of that, I now have apps that will give me a notification that only shows up on my lock screen and in the notification panel. It won't pop up on my phone. And that's stuff that you don't necessarily need right now. I don't need to know the email about Sephora right now, girl. I do want that work email right now. So the work email, I made that a bigger emphasis. It vibrates, it rings, and it stays up there so I can handle my work. So I kind of went through, as I saw fit. And I feel like that's something that everybody can do. With that being said, to check those notifications, part 2 to this, I set up notification alerts. And this is something that I have read in different articles where people have life hacked, their phone to fit themselves. And so at 12 o'clock, when it's time for me to take a break, it reminds me to eat, and it reminds me to, hey, check on your notifications, see if anyone hit you up or whatever. And having that chunk of time undisturbed from 9 to 12, that's amazing. Now, mind you, I'm not missing anything. I still get my work emails. I get my text messages and calls and all that crap. And those are important. So I will look at my phone at that time.
Exactly.
But if it doesn't need to be there, I check it at 12 o'clock. If I don't have to answer it right now, I check it at 12 o'clock. So at 12, about 4, maybe about 6 or 7 or whatever, when you're not engaged in your heaviest, engagement and contact with people, you got to take a break away, step away from that.
So true.
Yeah. So I said, we're social, so be social, but in moderation. And then the last thing, my last tip, I will say.
I like these tips.
This is my third and final tip, right? Curate your feed. It's your experience, Leroy. It's your experience. I have gone through some cathartic therapy movements. I've done some really cool things with my social media so far. I am in the process of unfollowing everybody on Instagram.
Oof. Sorry, guys.
No tea, no shade. Sorry. It has nothing to do with you.
Sorry, y'all.
I am unfollowing everybody on Instagram. I'm unfollowing or removing from my feed a lot of people on Facebook that I don't know. So sorry, you guys, if I don't know you personally.
She doesn't know you're probably not listening.
I don't know. You're probably not a listener, so that's awkward for you. So that's one of the things that I've done where I'm now in a process. Now, mind you, I started following like a buttload of people, and then I just slowly am decreasing. So it's just coming down. I'm still following 600 people right now, but the goal is to get down to 50, and that is my core. It's the top people that I'm influenced by, my top people that I admire. I want to see Gabrielle Union every day. I want to see Kavia. I want to see my little baby, right? I want to see Oprah, Gary Vee. I want to see Massey Fit. She's a fitness queen. She's amazing. But then I looked at it and I said, well, if I have this one, she's really inspiring me the most. I don't need all the other ones. I don't need a whole bunch of other trash. I have my 3 favorite models of all time. And I don't need to watch everybody else. Everybody else isn't inspirational, isn't motivational, or isn't going to give me the experience that I want. So my third tip would be to curate your feed the way you want it. Don't take it personal. Don't take social media personally. Even if it is just your personal, social media page and you don't have a business account, that's fine. I still say, if you don't want to follow somebody because they're not leading you, they're not inspiring, engaging, empowering you, educating you, enlightening you, pick one of them. Pick one of them, boo. Pick one. Pick one.
Exactly.
And if that person is doing one of those things for you, then continue to follow them. But if they're not, it's okay to go and check on them. And you can still, do you guys understand? You can still go to somebody's page and like and comment. You don't have to follow.
Ooh, I actually do that.
But I wanted. Do you have somebody that you go check on?
Person I go check on.
Who can I pick your brain? Who is that?
It's Kid the Wiz, the dancer.
Oh snap! I have no idea.
Yeah, I won't follow him, but every once in a while I'll be like, what's he up to?
Yeah, you know what? See, I don't. And I'm gonna be all the way trill. I'm a black woman. I don't follow the Kardashians. I don't have time for it. I also know your name, so if I do want to go see something, I can easily type that shit in and find you. So there's something else to that, kind of thing where if you know somebody, you might not necessarily need to follow them. You just find them when you want to. And then it shows you what you're actually seeking out and what you actually want from your timeline. And maybe you realize you do want to have Kim Kardashian on hand because you love her makeup tips or whatever. I follow Rihanna for that because I love Rihanna's, like, she does this Tuesday, like, kind of thing or whatever. So I kept her in my list because I like what she does. I love her music. I love the makeup stuff that she's giving. And I followed her brand because I like that too. So, but I go there because I shop there. I followed them because I actually engage with that brand. So yeah, I changed my entire experience. But with those three kind of tools, you can really do a lot more with your phone, and you can kind of break away and separate a little bit more from social media. So again, turning off the non-human notifications, setting aside time to actually check the notifications when you want to, when you have time to engage with people and post and actually answer all those comments and likes, and then curating your feed. You don't have to follow everything. Not everything is good for you. Sometimes that stuff is toxic. It makes you compare yourself to other people. Just have the things in your feed that you want, that inspire and move you. And those are my 3 tips for curbing your social media addiction. I think those work.
And curbing those people that you shouldn't be following.
And curb those exes that you don't want to watch anymore. Oops, stop stalking them. Stop, get a life. Get a life.
Yeah, like I think with me, I follow maybe one. I don't follow any A-listers, anybody that's like in the news or anything.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I don't follow.
That's interesting.
I don't really follow any, like, I like to see some people's journeys.
Oh, no, that I'm down for a journey.
So there's like Instagram communities. Like I remember Shiggy, you know.
Oh
Shiggy,
we loved
Kiki,
Shiggy.
Love Me. Yeah.
Back in the we loved Shiggy back in the day.
So I
The
followed
Shiggy
him
show.
back when he was like at 200,000
I do remember that.
followers.
Yep, I remember
and
that.
I was like, dang, this guy's funny. I'm gonna follow him.
Yeah.
I want to see where he goes because he was actually talking about going places. Things
Yeah,
like that.
and he's done a lot of great things for himself since that time. Yeah.
And then him specifically, there's also Mr. Commodore, who's also
Who's that?
he's like a New York. He's actually on the low end right now. He's at 400 now. I think I started following him at 200 also.
No way.
But he got some shout outs from like Drake or something. Like, he just got reached out from like Kevin Hart or something like that.
I'm done.
But like I like seeing those type of people come up, but actually I like their content also. It's it's like a double thing. You don't really see that. I think a lot of people just follow people because they have a lot of followers and because they're funny, and it's just you just like to populate your timeline with a lot of stuff that'll just take up your time. But I like more of an inspirational level.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
I felt like I wasn't seeing the things that I wanted to see in my feed because there was so much other trash. And it wasn't like what their content was trash. It was just noise. That's what it really is. It's noise.
It's noise. So, and then I have my friends. And then my family, I don't follow too much of my family. My family doesn't even
Well,
post.
I was about to say, your family isn't heavy on social media,
No,
are they?
They don't post. They post like maybe 2-3 times a year. I follow them, but
2 or 3 times a year.
Exactly.
Jeez
like,
Louise.
Yeah, because a lot of y'all just be having Instagrams and y'all be posting. Y'all just be looking. So sometimes you'll post.
Wait a
and then
minute.
you'll be the first person to comment. I'd be like, dang, I didn't even know you was on here.
I'm gonna tell you a quick story, and I'm gonna tell on myself. Okay.
Tell on yourself.
One of my friends from college, old, didn't know he was on social media. Saw a picture I tagged in the town that he lived in, hit me up in the DMs and was like, yo, what's up, Fox? Like, what's poppin'? I'm out here. And I was like, oh, awesome. So I go to his page. He hadn't posted in like ages, but he was still using like social media because he's still on social media. And I was like, hey.
Didn't know you were a fan.
How you doing? You know, because you just don't know. Some people just be on social media just to have a social media page, you know, whatever. But I thought that was great. It was funny how he saw me tagged in his location and he was like, oh, hey, come hit me up, you know, when you're in town. I was like, most definitely. So we reconnected. So that was great. But that is funny. Sometimes you have those people who are just lurking, just out there, just scrolling.
Exactly. It's so funny. But that type of unfollow, I do. So people that have posted a lot obnoxiously, Shade Room, I unfollowed them a long time ago.
Yeah.
There's just people that post way too much. And I'm like, I have actual friends that I want to know what's going on in their lives.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the algorithm is just like, honestly, the algorithm looks out for engagement addicts. So like Shade Room, they're going to be on top of your situation because they get all the engagement.
Right.
People that get
Look
all
at your
that
Explore
engagement,
page.
yeah, they're gonna be the ones at the top of your situation, your own timeline of like you want to see your friends that are winning, that are
Right.
like if my friend is posting like once a month, I would like to see that.
I would like to see that before I see the shade room who posts every single day.
Exactly.
That's my problem. And it's funny because as I'm going through and deleting all these people and I'm unfollowing them, there's one person that I just couldn't bring myself to unfollow because she posts maybe 3 times a week, maybe 2 or 3 times a week. But when she does, it's funny. It's nostalgic. That's my homegirl, like from way back in the day. And I said, I won't unfollow you because when you do post, you have me weak.
Exactly.
Whether it's a picture of your kids, a picture of the friggin' dog. She's one of the people who's just a regular, everyday person that I love. And I was like, you know what? There's space for you in my timeline because I get very happy. And that's like a comedic relief for me to go through her timeline and see how she's laughing and joking. And today the kids went to school and girl, I'm glad I can bust up in the wine or whatever.
Yep.
It's so funny that those things are engaging, and she only posts like 2-3 times a week.
Yeah,
Gotta keep the
that
follow.
stuff is important. And then
It is.
that was pretty much on a personal level. On a business level, like I follow photographers that I look at all the time. I put post notifications on and like all their stuff.
Oh my
I
gosh,
take
you know that too, right?
Yeah.
The secret sauce is in the post notifications, you guys. You have got to set those up for people you actually effing care about and people you actually want to follow. All my best friends, my family members that I care, and that are actually posting.
free.
It is absolutely free to know what those hoes are doing.
Yes,
completely.
Like I went in one of my group chats one day and I was like, I got a lot of y'all that are on social media on my post notifications, just so I can because it's free.
It's absolutely
People
free.
like likes, especially when they take the time to post something. People that don't post all the time, that
Right.
take the time to post something, they like that stuff. You know?
Completely.
So it's like, let me put post notifications on. It's not gonna be like Shade Room where it's like post.
No, it never
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
No, it's not that bad. But I will say I get excited when I see certain people post. I'm like, oh. So I actually have there's a casting agency in LA that I turned my post notifications on to show me what I could have to inspire me to make the jump and go out and send my applications or send in, my gosh, I can't even think, submit myself for different projects and stuff. But it was great to see how they do it. I have other modeling agencies where when they post about their models, I want to see what coverage they're giving. I want to see what they're talking about because I want to do that myself or I want to be a part of what they're doing. So yeah, post notifications are a good one.
Yes.
See, really highlight the things you want to see. I'm adding that to my notes. Okay. I'm adding that to my notes.
Yeah.
I got 4 tips now. Thank you, Leroy.
Put up your post notifications for people that, if you are a blogger or someone that is a photographer or just has a business, like put up post notifications for that person and like and comment on their stuff because, one day you might just get a follow back.
Right. You never know.
You never know. Yeah. And I think that stuff is inspiring to me to see the work that they put out. And there's just some people that when they do post, I get like an inspiration from that. I'm just like, dang, yo, this person just stays on it.
Yes. Sometimes it's like that. Yeah. Just seeing consistency is inspirational.
Sometimes I need that. And then on the other hand of that is when they do post, it's like, dang, I ain't get up. I'm chilling.
Oh my. I follow one woman because she posts regularly. And I have a guy that I follow that does the same thing. They post regularly. And I watch how often I get their notifications. And I think, okay, all right, that's lit. I see what kind of content they're creating. I'm like, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. It inspires me to be more of myself. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I got rid of the trash. And now I'm trying to highlight those. Yes.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, I think, a lot of people say, oh, I need to get off Instagram because it's in the way,
Right.
There's a way to use Instagram to your advantage to...
Completely.
Like,
that's why I'm saying life hacking your phone. It's your phone. It's your life. What are you guys doing out here?
Write your name on it.
Write your name on it.
Get a Sharpie.
Oh
turn
my
it around, write
gosh.
your name on your
That
phone.
is your phone. Why are you letting other people curate and dictate what you look at, what you listen to, how you I'm sleep on y'all. I'm sleep.
Exactly. So
Dang.
it's yours. So make it into your thing. Follow who you want because
Completely.
I thought about a social media detox, but I'm just like, even my productivity lets me know that, I'm not really on it. But when I am on it, I look for certain people. There's like people that I follow that, like the Mr. Commodore person I told you about. Like, he doesn't post all the time.
Right.
So there's sometimes I'll be like, dang, did I miss something? I'll go.
Oh my gosh. And you'll see. Oh, nope. I'm caught up. Okay, good.
I'm caught up.
Yep.
Be like, yep.
Yep. I have the same thing. Yeah. I have a cartoonist. His name is Jude Viver. And he's some European amazing guy. But he makes these really funny cartoons of him and his girlfriend. And I have another one called Yeah, It's Chill. And they're two cartoonists that I think that provide the funniest comedic relief. And I'm always like, have they posted yet? Have they posted yet? And I have notifications turned on, but I'm still like, oh my God. I love their stuff. I'm like, nope. Seen that one. I'm gonna comment again. This was really funny. Like I do that crap because I love them. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I think even on a business level, getting back to the business level, there have been people that I've been following for so long and liking a lot of their stuff that sometimes I'll DM them in certain situations and be like, hey, what do you think about this? Or do you need help with that? Do you have any advice on this? Things like that. And like I think there is power in following people with not a lot of followers.
Oh, completely. Completely. The intimidation is different when I've noticed that imbalance kind of like I have a certain number of followers and they have less than me. And if I follow them, they'll hit me up and be like, hey, what's up? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, I love your stuff. I'm not doing anything. I love your content. That's amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The people that there's a select group of people that don't have a lot of followers. I'm talking about less than 100, less than 50K that have such great content that do such great things that I'm like, dang, I gotta keep following. People. Yeah, those are my post notifications come from those people.
Exactly. Those kinds of people, those kinds of stories that you want to hear. Yeah. I feel like I feel like that's amazing, honestly, to be able to see the come up or see the artist in somebody or really just understand, like, hey, you got something here. Like, that's worth a follow. That's worth a follow. And then if you're following people that you like and then things that, inspire you, that follows a quality follow.
It is a quality
It's not just
follow.
because you're cool or because you have 20K already. I met somebody with 80K and she was a trash ass individual. So, the follows are powerful, but a quality follow is more powerful than just quantity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Add value to your followers.
So we'll get into a content. We can definitely get into a content conversation because I can see this going for hours. Oh my gosh, you guys. So if you've been loving this social media trip that we've been on, please make sure to continue to check out the DMV podcast. We're gonna wrap up tonight because this is awesome.
Yes,
social media could go on for hours, for days. And if you want to follow the DMV podcast, we are always live on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Oh my gosh, I thought my phone was on silent. Look, I'm the culprit. I am the culprit.
That's a fine.
Oh my gosh, it's a fine, you guys. How did this happen? Me, of all people. And the thing is I don't even know how the iPhone works. And to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, that's where we are. If you want to listen to the DMV podcast like you already are, SoundCloud and iTunes, you can find us every week. And then and only then, if you want to reach us and get real personal, please make sure to send us an email at dmvpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, and don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
To tell another friend.
Yes.
About the DMV podcast.
Yes, sir. And that's how we do it.
Yes.